I needed to go to the spa after that. So I don't know. There was this meeting for months now, ever since people realised that there's a high chance that we might lose a child. There's been this talk of a meeting which was supposed to be about whether or not I should have. I failed the original test, the 1 hour report made by someone who obviously didn't like me and has said lots of shit about me. And there was talk that, I guess, because I filed to complain about this, this I guess meeting was something that was in place to try and decide whether or not I deserved another chance at doing a better job at fucking pleasing some people that clearly weren't going to be pleased. I'm really, 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 really angry. So angry, so that I kind of just want to like go into the court and then just smash their heads apart. Like seriously, I want to smash anyone that thinks that I'm not capable of looking after one baby based on a report made by someone who clearly only knew me for an hour. They made out that she did lots of backing research and stuff, and she didn't. She didn't even know my mum's name. That does not sound like someone who's done lots of backing research, someone who doesn't even know who your mum's name is. She had a brief conversation with them. My sister never once said that she doesn't want me to have the child. She always made it clear that she wanted the child, but she never once said that I shouldn't have the child. I think there was a time where I was saying that she was doing lots of things wrong, and I think we didn't get on very well, and I think it was obvious that we weren't getting on that well because she chose not to live with me, but she never once said that I shouldn't. So for the fact that they should bring this up and say that Sophie did say that she doesn't, Sophie's just denying it. Sophie's telling me that she never said that. So I don't know what she said. I mean, I can imagine her saying it out of kind of, oh shit, so my sister's putting me down and saying I can't do it, so obviously she's wrong, and she doesn't need assessment. Plus at the time she was talking about this guy that was going to give her £1,000 a month for her to live with him, and they'll be like, she'll be like a paid relationship. I mean, she was thinking that guy has a chance of being a foster parent, and then she was thinking about the people that she met in the mental hospital, and just don't go there. So yeah, she wasn't thinking, and she didn't say that I should have another test because I think she didn't think that she would fail, even though she clearly would. This whole thing really, really, really angers me, and the whole time I went to the spa, I was kind of like, be calm, and I just I wanted like a fire to just come out my hands and then just get bigger and bigger and to blow the whole place up, whole world up, just burn the whole earth up into like fire flames, and then just watch it all, and then you can just imagine how excited that is, and you feel how freaking angry I am at these people. Yeah, because it's ridiculous to say that I cannot look after a child based on absolutely nothing, and then to say that there is a report that the I don't know, Guardian has backed it up, and not to say why the Guardian has backed it up. Why? I mean, I don't know what was on that report. There was probably about a 5-minute gap in the middle where he was reading something. I wouldn't be surprised if that report was just like, hey, I'll give you £100 if you refuse to let Anna have a second chance at doing that form. I shouldn't have to do that second form. It should be obvious by anyone's standard that I am capable of looking after one baby. Okay, that one baby. We're not talking about 10 or 20 babies. We're talking about one baby. And to think that I even need to go through some sort of viability test to work out if I'm capable enough of looking after one baby, I mean, I think even that is ridiculous, because it's obvious that I can do it. But yeah, the fact that I'm not allowed, I don't know. I know what my higher self is thinking, and my higher self is thinking that she wants me to go into Big Brother house, express my anger over this, and see if I can get a rehearing in the Big Brother house. Only this time I want to go public with this viability test, and I want as many people that know about me, or as many people that want to do a viability test on me. And I don't know, I'm not going to bother reading it. I don't want to read it. I don't give a shit what people think. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. I don't even give a shit what the social workers think, because I know that if they genuinely think that I'm not capable of looking after a baby, then I genuinely want them dead. And as a God, I don't give a shit what they think, because at the end of the day, I am actually God. But I do also think that they do know, and they are watching my videos, and they also do agree that this viability test that I'm very, very angry about, if someone gives me a negative report, it should go viral. Why? Because I'm just going to put my blame on the social workers if they don't do that, because I'm going to be like, well, you're the one that's actually said this about me. Why you said it, I don't know, but hey, if I can turn my anger on a million people that want to write it, I don't want to read it, but you send it back to them after a year. Once they start believing that I'm good, there's so many people that I watched it on a video today, earlier today. It's like she was like, so I really believed in God, and I just asked God this one thing that I wanted God to do for me, and God didn't do it. And it was just like, I didn't want to know God after that. I just started going to parties and just having a good time. And then after years, I kind of like thinking, well, actually, I need to get to know God because God can help me in my life. And then I got to know God and everything became so much better for me. And, I just I feel him in me all the time. And, there's so many people that are like this. And I'm just like, if people like that want to write a viability test against me where they say that, no, Anna, she's not capable of looking after a baby. She's not safe around kids. If they start saying something like this, whilst also saying how much God has done for them, and one, I'm God. Why the fuck should I do anything for you? God has just made you, and you can go live your life. And if you want God to do things for you, why does God have to do things? There's plenty of mothers that do just abandon their kids. I don't agree with it. I don't think they should do it. But there's plenty of mothers that do this. Why should a mother have to look after a baby just because she's given birth to it? I mean, technically she should do this. It's what's right. But if that baby is just like lying about her and making out, oh, you need to do this. You need to do this one thing for me. I'm not asking for anything. I just need that car. That car I need to get, and you need to figure out a way to give me the money so I can buy it. And if you don't do that, then I'm not going to worship you. If children started doing that to their parents are just going to be like, oh, fuck off, whatever. And yeah, there's 7 billion people in the world, and to think that I can't look after one baby, I feel like that's just something that the whole world needs to be tested on. Because if they think that I can't, I want to call this baby Baby You. I'm not going to call him by his name. I'm going to call him Baby You, and it's going to prove that this baby is actually just referring to them, and they're going to write a big report about their belief on what I can do and why I would be a good parent or not be a good parent. And yeah, and really they're actually just talking about their view on God and how God will look after them or won't look after them according to their report. I know that needs to happen. I've always known that's going to happen, hence I went into this meeting completely certain that I was not going to do very well, and I would not. I was wondering if I would get an extra chance. I thought maybe they would give me another chance, but then just have like a 3-month wait. But technically, yeah, if I am given another chance to do this form, they would be expected to come in the next month or so to do this. And I do not want to meet them again. 100% do not want to meet them again. I have no interest in meeting them again. And I haven't seen this child. I'm not part of this child's life. I'm trying to just accept that this child is just an average, normal person. And I've got a lot of people to think about. I shouldn't feel this way towards him, but it's just the situation. I feel like I need to go into a viability test, and because I haven't had experience, if people want to judge my ability of looking after a baby based solely on the fact that I haven't had a child, well, that means that I can't have this child for the next 3 months until I get on the show, until and you could take videos that I've made of the past, and I thought that my anger towards it would go, but it's not. It's definitely not going. Anyone that thinks that I'm not capable of looking after one baby, that's such an insult. There are billions of people in the world that are capable of looking after a baby or 2 or 3. So yeah, to think that I can't do something that almost everyone in the world can do, it's just such an insult. And yeah, I want to murder anyone that says no to this answer. But yeah, for me to know who would say no, this test needs to be given to the world, and I know my higher self wants the world to receive this. So as much as I feel huge amount of anger towards this meeting or this court hearing where basically said, no, we're not going to give you another test, as a huge amount of anger towards them. But yeah, I also noticed that the woman representing the council seemed to know absolutely nothing about anything. She was just like, oh, I was told by it that Anna's made some videos and that she didn't mention Leo's name. She hadn't watched any of the videos, so she clearly doesn't know anything about me being Christ or God. And then there was a woman who was representing the Guardian, and yeah, she she did sound like she was on the guardian's side, but then again, if the guardian, I don't know if Ian knows anything about me. I know if he does generally feel like I'm incapable of looking after a kid, then I am very capable of wanting him dead, and I will hope that will happen. I will hope that he loses his child if he has children. I don't know if he has children. I don't care. I know that I'd be a better parent than all of them put together. But yeah, very, very angry. But at the same time, I know my higher self is actually kind of happy because she wants this viability test to go around to the world, or just to whoever wants to. I don't know what stage it should be given. Like if I'm going to be on a UK Big Brother for like 4 to 6 weeks, should it be at that stage? Or should it be later? It should probably be at that stage, at the stage when I'm not calling myself God. But I don't know. I just know that I need to be calm. And then I watched the Element film, and oh yeah, I was relating it so much. Like it was the Element film. I saw a trailer which was about elements, and it seemed kind of fun. But yeah, it was about this hot-headed sort of fire chick who lost her temper. And she kept, I don't know, there's people in the stores and they kept like harassing her or saying, like, oh, I want this free. And oh, give me, I don't know, they're annoying. They were annoying. She had some annoying customers and she kept blowing a fuse. And I was just like, yeah, that is exactly how I feel. Like I was trying to focus on the film, but I kept thinking about how annoying this thing was, about how there are genuinely some people that think I can't look after one baby. And then just how awful it is to be in that position and also feel like you have no say, no control, no nothing. You feel like I don't know what the guardian person wrote, but if it was, hey, I'll give you £100 if you refuse this woman a second chance at this form thing. Very, very annoying. I wouldn't be surprised if that was it, or if it was just, hey, this woman thinks she's God, don't talk to her, don't say anything, just say no. And then I don't know. He even said the whole thing that you're not listening to me. It's like, no, you're not listening to me because I have just said that I really wanted a child for 2 years. And what, you're going to just believe whatever this little form has said and not even tell me what the form says and then expect me to respond to the form. Oh, and then right after I said I couldn't respond to the form because you haven't said anything on the form. I don't know what the guardian thinks, hence I can't respond to it. I know what the woman standing up for the guardian has said, and well, that's just that Sophie didn't agree, and technically Sophie probably didn't agree at some stages, but because she wanted the child. But how could you argue that? And then right at the end, he sort of listed all the positives that he said about me, making it look like I was stupid for saying that they didn't write. Because I said they hadn't said anything really positive, because they hadn't, because every single positive seemed to be followed by a but or a misleading word. She was like, she's seemingly interested, not actually is, or makes out that she is, but it's, I don't know, just, I suppose a lot of words can be misread, or not misread, but indicated that she doesn't feel that, like, the writer didn't think that I was actually interested. But I don't know, I'm just, and then to say that I wasn't listening to him, he was not listening to me. I was telling them how wrong it is to base a whole child's life and rule out a whole person based on a 1 hour conversation. And then he was just like, oh, well, it isn't on a 1 hour conversation. It's on, the guardian agrees, and you've had a various other conversations. Yeah, I had one conversation, and that woman admitted that she was, that she'd lied in the form and she'd said things that aren't true, and yet they still didn't change it. But he just completely blased that, ignored the fact that I just said that, ignored everything that I fucking hate the courts. But you know what? If the courts are like bastards to me, then they're going to be bastards to everyone else. And I hate this planet so fucking much that I don't give a shit if they're making people's lives misery and if they're trying to put as many kids into foster care. Because you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because I'm pretty sure that there's something that's going to be around the corner that's going to put a lot of kids into foster care. And you know what? I don't give a shit, because I think it's what the courts actually want.